Good evening, it's Dave at All Important Reviews, and I've got with me today two absolutely straight up beautiful Pagani Design Homage watches. We've got the PD-1661 on the left, and on the right the PD-1639. This is a homage to the Rolex Submariner Cookie Monster. No, well, informally called Cookie Monster, because it's got the black dial, blue ceramic bezel. This is a homage to the Rolex, informally known as Submariner Smurf, because it has the blue ceramic bezel and the blue dial. Now, Pagani Design obviously do homage watches. They make watches that look very similar to, luxury brands that cost thousands and thousands of pounds. These watches cost, less than 70 quid, depending on you can even get this one, I think, for £50 or around that, which is just insane. They have full solid steel bracelets, full stainless steel 316 case, exhibition window at the back, ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, loomed indices, cyclopses, fully milled bracelets. They are straight up amazing watches for the price. You can't beat that price, even on AliExpress. For value, for quality and value, they are numero uno, in my honest opinion, because they are still sub £70 for a lot of them, which is just, I don't know how they can be doing it for that price, but they are. And it just shows as well the fact that you can get so much of a real luxury watch in these, in terms of the material and stuff. Now obviously a real Rolex watch has even more superior stainless steel. I think it's 904 grade instead of 316, and obviously they have better movements in real luxury watches, because the movements on these, the automatic movements, are inaccurate. So obviously there are benefits, but obviously the law of diminishing returns kicks in very quickly when it comes to luxury watches, because you can get one of these for literally less than a percentage of the cost, and it gives you the feel and look of a real luxury watch. Now the question is, do you get, if you was going to buy one of these, do you get the 40mm version or do you get the 43mm version? Well, I've got fairly big wrists. I've got over 7.25 wrists, and I used to wear G-Shocks every single day. I still wear G-Shocks, and G-Shocks, I've got a G-Shock watch that is 54mm diameter, the GSTB 100. That is a massive solar sports watch that Casio still do. They do them in loads of different colours, and I've done a review on that watch before, and I'll put a link down below. And I've worn massive G-Shocks for years, and I've not thought anything about it. And one thing I've noticed is that when I've been buying these homage watches, I've noticed that I have kind of been enjoying a more modest size, not below 40mm. I do not go below 40mm. Absolute smallest would be 39mm. I cannot wear a watch that is 36mm. That is just well too small on my wrists, and it feels really weird, and I hate it. I will only wear 40mm above, and this is 40mm nominal size. This is 43. And I thought, before I bought these watches a few months ago, I thought that I would have wanted the 43mm. But as I've come to wear them every day, and I do wear them frequently, I've come to enjoy the 40mm more. And it's because of the comfort on the wrist. The comfort of the 40mm is approaching perfection. It is literally approaching perfect wrist comfort on my wrists, because my wrists are over 7 inches. If you got really big wrists, like 80 inch, and you're really strong and you've got massive wrists, then maybe for you, depending on the way you wear the watch, you would actually prefer the feel and weight of a bigger one, the 43mm. But for me, I like the more classic size of 40mm. I mean, Rolex have made watches, and these are not Rolex watches, and these are not counterfeit watches. I'm just putting that out there. These are genuine watches that are homaged to look like luxury brands, but they are totally legitimate watches. Pagani Design's trademarks and all that. They know they're not using anyone else's trademarks. I'm just pointing that out. So yeah, I've come to appreciate a 40mm watches. Rolex have made 40mm watches for, I think, 40, 50 years, I believe. You know, they've got GMT Masters and Submariners that have been going into the 70s, if not earlier, that are 40mm. Whereas, you know, more modern watches now, they're getting like 41, 42, 43mm, and they're getting bigger. And I think the classic fit of a 40mm watch, or 41mm up to is just, it is perfection on the wrist. And with this bracelet, which is a beautiful 3-link bracelet, it fits unbelievable. You don't need a NATO strap. NATO straps, yeah, they serve a purpose in that, you know, the single pass-through ones, you could argue that they're more secure, because if a screw pin, if a spring bar come loose, it would still stay on the wrist. But the feel of a NATO strap, even though it makes the watch less weight, I hate the feel of NATO straps. Now, my second bet for a strap, my second go-to strap would be a rubber strap or a plastic strap, like a Casio polymer strap. And you can get these homages to the Oyster Flex strap, which is again a Rolex type of rubber band that has a steel bracelet inside of it, that is arguably the greatest rubber band on the planet, outside of stuff that some Casios do that I really like. That would be my second bet, and these are fantastic on a rubber band. But on the bracelet, they're on a new level. I don't care what anyone says, they're the most comfiest on the bracelet. Because the bracelet can hang so that it doesn't interfere with the bottom of the wrist. Even if it's a little bit looser, it just fits so good on the 40mm and on the 43mm, but it's superior on the 40mm in my honest opinion. Now I'm going to try this one on a 5-link bracelet. Now this one, the 43mm, that is actually a 21mm lug width. Even though on their marketing, on Pagani's marketing, it says 20mm, that is actually 21mm, and this bracelet is actually bigger slightly than this 20mm one. So if you buy the Pagani Oyster style bracelet, or the 5-link Jubilee style band, if you buy it for this, it will not fit. If you buy the 20mm one, they've got to be a 21mm one basically. So for fit and feel, I'm going to say personally on my wrists, the 40mm PD-1661 is superior. However, this has bigger wrist presence, and depending on, you know, your particular preferences for that way that you like watches to look, you could argue that this has better wrist presence because it's a bigger watch, and it's got this big wide case. You know, let's just look at them lugs. The lugs are very similar. I think they're a touch thinner on the 43mm. They're a touch more narrower at the top. They've got more taper than the 40mm, interestingly. But let's talk about the looks now. So obviously they're both sporty, highly sporty. You've got the blue ceramic bezel, and that is completely ceramic, which is basically a liquid. It's like a metal glass essentially, which is what ceramic is. It feels like glass, and it basically is extremely hard to scratch. So in terms of looks, they both look fantastic. Now, this one has a blue bezel, but that blue is unfortunately nominal. And in reality, on the Pagani, it is not blue. In reality, that sunburst creates a purple, unfortunately. It is like a modest purple dial. Now, it's not the end of the world, but it would have been so much better if this was a true blue, like a royal blue or an ocean blue, but unfortunately it is not. So that's another thing going against it. However, Pagani need to release all the 43mm watches. They need to do it in a 40mm size to give us the options. They need to give us the two-tone versions, the blue, gold and silver, and the black, gold and silver, and they need to give us this one, the Smurf Homage. They need to give us this one in 40mm, and they need to sort the dial out so that it's blue and not a purpley colour. However, I'll put them both on the wrist. You can see that arguably has better wrist presence. Stunning, absolutely stunning brush bracelet. You know, fantastic bracelet, incredibly comfy. You could easily put this on a 5-link bracelet as well, and that would look fantastic. But that fits better because it's a smaller size. The comfort is better on the 40mm, but that is still pretty fantastic. And I prefer the bracelet on this one because it's all brushed. This one does have the more dressier polished centre link, but they both look absolutely straight up fantastic. I'm just thought I'd show you there. It's even a bit hard to see really that this one is bigger. It is bigger, it's 3mm bigger, which is quite a bit, but because this is 40mm, and on the wrist, this one, the left one, feels better, but this still feels that the 1639 on my right still feels really good. I just thought I'd do that little comparison for you. They need to produce the two-tone on the 40mm. They definitely do, because I'll pick some up then. I might whack these on a 5-link bracelet just to see what it's like. I know I've already tried this one on it and it fits unbelievable. Okay, thanks for watching. There is going to be some AliExpress affiliate links below. If you pick them up, I would get a small, tiny commission at no extra cost to you. But have a great day, guys. It's been Dave at All Important Reviews. Cheers.